Ahem. 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 Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, how's it going, guys? Yeah, I decided to do another stream. I don't know. I was writing a video today, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to film it, and I wanted to be somewhat productive for the business, so I thought, well, I'd get another stream going. That said, I've had a lot of people ask me about coaching, and some people, coaching takes a lot for me to do. I usually spend like a day or two prepping for a coaching client. Like the last one I did was Levi, and oh my god, the stuff that I had prepared for him, it was a lot. It cost $1,000, but it was a lot. It took me like 2 or 3 days of like prepping, and then him and I went for 2.5 hours. I actually made a video of it. I think it's on the channel. It's my $1,000 coaching call or whatever. But like, not everybody can drop $1,000 for coaching, and so I still had people asking, but they're like, I can't really do that. And I said, well, if you're cool with us going at it together without me prepping a whole bunch, like I still need to ask some questions to know what I'm doing. I'll lower the price and we'll do it together for like 45 minutes. So I did do that. And so if you go to shorts.expert and you click on the work with me, it's now just like 199 instead of 1,000. So anybody that actually wanted coaching, there it is. All right, I got that out of the way. Now let's get to work. Done, done, done. Okay. Cool beans. We have 11 responses so far, and that's how many we had yesterday when we started, and we ended with 80. So we'll just see where we go. If it passes 30, I'm gonna have to start using the tool that like randomly selects them because I couldn't get to everybody last night, and I mean, at some point, you don't want it to only be first come first serve. So, but for now, we'll do first come first serve. So there's 11 submissions. Let's see. That's the wrong screen. Ba ba ba. Let's see here. Bring up my bullet. Do 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 do. I just need to know where to put chat. I'm still not used to this yet. Get rid of my Discord. Okay, let's do this thing. Number one, this is I don't have their channel name, but I'll just open it and we'll go from there.
This is not a mother feeding her child. This is a victim feeding her parasite. The cuckoo bird is nature's ultimate con artist. She doesn't build nests. Instead, she waits for another mother to look away and swaps an egg for one of her own. But the horror starts when the baby hatches. It is born with a single instinct, murder. While still blind and naked, it pushes the legitimate children out of the nest to their deaths. Now the only child left, it screams for food. It mimics the sound of an entire brood of babies, hacking the mother's brain and forcing her to feed it. Even when it grows 3 times her size, she doesn't realize she is raising a monster. She starves herself to keep the killer alive.
Okay, this is funny. So I like your take on the narration, on the writing. It's very unique. I mean, it's original. I don't know where you got the footage, but just since I don't help people that don't use footage, or I don't help people that use footage that they don't have permission to use, I don't know what your situation is, but just please make sure you're using footage that you're allowed to use. Anyway, that said, the writing is really, really good. But when I see something like this, as a viewer, I'm wondering how this, like, what are you going to give me, right? I'm not primed to know that this is going to be a comedy situation. I'm thinking maybe this is like a fun fact. Like, if you search for animal facts here, let me pop this off screen and search it. But I'm going to assume that you're going to see like a listicle type one, and maybe like you'll see some shorts that a lot of people, like questions that a lot of people ask. So let me search for, actually, I'll just do it right here. Animal facts. I know you're not doing like perfect animal facts. Like, that's not just your channel, but I just want to show you like what gets people's attention, right? Okay, so what I'm seeing right here, is this a listicle? Maybe, let's see.
Facts related to animals that will blow your mind. Number 1.
Okay, it's a listicle. So that's number 1. There's probably like 5, 8, 10. Okay. I'm surprised they didn't put 10 fascinating animal facts or whatever, because you usually kind of want to give the viewer, you want to hold their hand right through the entire process because they're dumb. So yeah, if that's one way. I'm just going to explore a couple formats first so you can see like this will work for your channel. So listicle, and what I used to like to do, maybe this is the channel that I did it on. I'm not exactly sure, but let's go way back in my shorts, because there's something I don't see a whole lot done anymore that I still think could benefit you. And everybody, all you shorts people that do listicles, take notes, because I think that this will still work. Let me go. 5 game-changing websites. Here, let's do 3 worst logo designs. These are so old, they don't even have thumbnails anymore. Top 3 worst logo designs. Number 1, Kia's new logo is so confusing that 30,000 people Google KN car every month. Okay, so the thing I wanted to point out is, as you're telling whatever fact or breaking it down, you see the number 1 at the top, and you can see the little circle filling up. Like, fill that so they know exactly when to expect number 2 to happen. And so I try to get these across as fast as possible with no wasted words. And so, yeah, you could also do that with like a little loading bar if that's more your style. But I don't see that a whole lot, and I really feel like that'll keep your retention high as long as they know that the next one is about to come. It doesn't even matter how long it takes to get there. They just need to know it's coming. All right, so anybody that does listicle stuff, keep that in mind. Number 2, I always liked this style, and if you use Premiere, I always use the Film Impact. This was before they partnered with Adobe. I've been paying for Film Impact for forever, but I like it to spin into the next one, so it's called FI Spin. Every month. Number 2. Yeah, the 1 spinning into the 2 is like just really cool to me. Number 2. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so I'm not so sure about the way they show number 1, but the reason that listicles work is because viewers are used to them. It's familiar. They know, like, oh, okay, I'm going to get this much value out of this. As soon as they see number 1, they know that they're going to get multiple of something. And so they stick around to see what that something is, regardless of if you've broken it down for them or not. So listicles, I think, would really work for you if that's something that you're interested in. I'm giving you viral formats here. That's all I'm doing. Another thing that could work for animals, especially, is 1 second. Give me a minute. I gotta go get a book. Okay, so this is something that my wife came up with. I don't know if you've seen this particular channel, the one that I tell stories from, but yeah, I think that if I went through fun facts, I think that that could really work too. Not only storytelling, but more like Zach D Films style stuff on this. Hopefully, you guys are still here. I don't know. I haven't seen the chat update in a while. One sec. Maybe I'll type something. I'm still alive. Everything's good. I hope so. Check general. Yeah, okay. I see somebody said I. All right, so anyway, yeah, the idea was to find these fun fact books on Amazon and go through whatever your topic is. I mean, for a channel like mine, I could really explore anything. But yeah, here is my channel. It's like my shorts channel. It's like storytelling. I just tell these funny little stories. Some of them are like karma based. Some of them are revenge. That's an ad right there. But yeah, so these books here, I know a lot of them have animal stuff in them, which I would never really be interested in telling animal facts. But let's see here. Yeah, dude, there's so much crap in here, but I mean, there's like 3 or 4 pages of just fun facts. This one's called Interesting Facts for Curious Minds, but my favorite, and I guess you'll find out why I had to leave the room, it's called Poop and Learn. And so there's a bunch of funny animal facts in here. I just got to the nuclear power area of this, but yeah, dude, there's so much cool stuff. Did you know that Oprah was fired once? That's wild. Oprah. Super Mario was a carpenter before a plumber. He was called Jumpman. I know that. Anyway, so yeah, these are, I don't know, it's one way to go. But the reason I brought this up is because I noticed that for animal facts, like why tigers have spiky tongues, that is just inherently interesting. Imagine anything that you would ask as a child and then do your fun twist on the fact. People want to know fun facts. The value that you offer is the fact that you give, but then you can do it in your funny way. That's what I would do. So fun facts and then listicles. You could do multiple facts in one video, like 5 fun facts or whatever. So that's only searching animal facts, but then you could search for animal. Hold on. What happens if I type crazy animal encounters, videos, moments, funny? You know, if you search funny, you're going to find a lot of footage that you probably can't use. So, yeah. Let's see. What is your, the description of your channel? Because I'm pretty sure it's just, what do you think about my video quality and niche? I'm very passionate about the area, what it takes to make something great, pursue. Okay, yeah. Don't pull the plug. I think you got something special here, especially with your,
This is not a mother.
with your sense of humor. I do think it's fun. I think, man, who's the guy that used to do the funny voiceovers? He had a, dude, it is like right on the tip of my tongue. Aussie. He had an Australian accent. Fun facts on animal decapitation video is crazy. I don't know what. Wouldn't that be completely changing my content type? Although I haven't been doing this for too long. So, what is your content type? You explore dark, weird, impossible side of biology. See, I didn't get that. See, that's almost too difficult for me to grasp onto as a shorts viewer. Like, if you're trying to go in depth on something, you're gonna want to do long form videos. If you want to give somebody like easily consumable content, something, think about the value you're offering. It's either entertainment or it's education or it's a little bit of both. And that can also come with like a little bit of a story or whatever. But it seems like you're mixing these a little bit. And so think about how you want to go about presenting these animals. Like, here, let's see. Uncover creatures that break the rules of nature. That's cool if it's easily understood. Like if you've given me 15 to 20 seconds of something that I'm like, oh crap, did you know that snails actually produce the chemical that's in bullets? I had no idea. Like little slimy gangsters, you know? I don't know. I just made that up, but you know, it's got to be easy to grab. If you're looking for cute animal videos, you're in the wrong place. This is a cool niche. You have a really cool edge here. I would just try to make it like, see what the popular fun animal, cute animal channels are doing, and then do your twist on it. Like, that's how you find the formats that work, and then you just make it yours. That's like, seriously, in a lot of my coaching, I'll take them through a lot of stuff that I find on Instagram, and I say, here's how I would approach this format, but in your style. That's how I would go about this. What you're doing right now is a little bit, it's like too unique for people to grasp onto as shorts viewers. But it wouldn't be too unique to grasp onto as long form. See what I'm saying? There's always an opportunity for unique originality in long form. It's harder to start something so unique in short form. But when somebody does it right, it becomes a trend, it blows up, and everybody copies it. So there's the expectation. I gotta move on, but hopefully I helped you a little bit. Make sure you're in the Discord to continue talking about this. I think I saw you in there, but I do have to move on. So let's move on to moving on. Let's move on. You guys ready to move on? My YouTube channel is not in English, but my question is general. Until end of December, I was consistently receiving around 100,000, and then they dropped significantly. Good! I mean, not good for you, but finally I have a channel to take a look at, and we can see what happened on December 17th. For those that don't know, December 17th, there was a gigantic fucking shorts views drop. And I'm digging into it to figure out what channels were targeted, because mine dropped too. But then mine picked back up like crazy. I ended up getting like 10 million, maybe? Hold on, let's see. Oh, sorry. I forgot to turn that off, that eye line. Yeah, so it dropped right at December 17th, and it was like trickling, and then it jumped way back up to get 5 million per day at the beginning of January, and right around, yeah, the 6th, it dropped way back down, and now it's in like a crazy lull. A channel that consistently gets these views, but keep in mind, I haven't posted a short for like 2 or 3 months. So my content isn't as, like, don't look at my shit as normal. It's just a little weird that I had this spike, but mine dropped at the same time everybody else's did. Some people's picked up, and once they continued to make content, it stayed up. So keep that in mind. Yeah. Oh my God. Look at this. Somebody's actually showing their analytics and being totally transparent about their channel and not hiding their channel name, because they're not hiding anything from you. And that's how much money that makes. And isn't it crazy when somebody's just totally authentic? Fucking, sorry, I'm making fun of shorts gurus because this niche is full of grifters. All right, so, sorry, let me get back to this. My YouTube channel is not in English, but my question's general. Even though I believe the quality of my content has not decreased, could this decline be due to audience fatigue? I don't think so. Other factors that might explain the sudden change: political humor, where I share Soviet, German, and US political jokes. If it's not my fault, how can I fix it? Now, that is a difficult niche, but let's look and see your approach to content. And I haven't seen this channel, but forewarning, there's certain types of content I will not help, and hopefully you don't fall into this category, but we'll see.
Sovyet hikayeleri bölüm 3. Sovyetler Birliği'nde
No, it's fine. It's not slop. So let's see what's up here.
A regional Communist Party meeting is held to commemorate the Great October Revolution. The chairman takes the podium and begins his speech. Comrades, look at the achievements our party has made since the revolution. For example, who was Maria sitting here before the revolution? She was an illiterate peasant woman. She had only one dress, not even shoes on her feet.
Okay. I know that it's in a different language, but the way that this is presented is boring as shit to me. I think that your niche is, it should be long form, but if you want to do short form, you have to, you're not boring. This isn't boring in your approach is not for shorts is what I'm saying. So you have to like give us something that's easily like digestible. It needs to be easy to understand and it needs to be fast, right? Because people they're in, oh, I'm entertainment mode. Entertainment. Slop, slop, slop. Just give me more dopamine, more dopamine. Then your channel pops up. How are you going to compete? That's what you got to be thinking about. And if you're slowing things down and you're giving me a history lesson and you're like easing me into this story, I've left already. Because you didn't make it fun. You didn't make it obvious. You didn't tell me what the stakes are. You didn't say this guy is going to get murdered or this guy's on trial for murder. But then, like, this man is on trial. This man was on trial for murder. But what he did on the stand shocked everybody. Like, that's the kind of thing, that's the kind of presentation you need. And so, since it is history, I wish I knew more about this situation because I'd be able to write it for you. But, yeah, let's see. The cow problem.
1947 in a Ukrainian village.
The cow problem. Okay, everybody knows what a cow is, right? So there's a little bit of relevance there. And so I got to know what the fuck the cow problem is. There's no wonder why that one did so much more. It's like more widely understandable. The unloved pig, German stories. So this isn't only history. Hold on, let's see here. Political humor, Soviet, German, and U.S. political jokes. I gotta be honest, it is a very limited niche. Yeah. So, yeah, it auto-translates, like it auto-dubs it. This is kind of humor. It's not fact. Okay, so it's just humor stories. Well, jokes are told in specific ways to build tension. I just, like, when people tell jokes on shorts, I wish I knew of one off the top of my head where I'd say, okay, you told the joke the exact same way because that's the best way to deliver it, or if it needs delivered in a different way on shorts. But here, let's see. Let's listen to one all the way through. I need these food shortage. Let's pick one where you got caught in a shorts jail. Politicians can't be trusted. Let's just see what's up with that one.
American Stories Part 1 in the 1960s.
Okay, first of all, the parts, nobody gives a shit about parts. Give us, it makes me not want to jump into this because I don't want to watch parts of, I don't know you and I don't care enough to know you. Like, give me all the value you possibly can in this video because I don't want to, like, the only way that parts work is if the parts are a joke. Part 6, 7. Like, that's, or the dude, what's his, Maddie McTech, he'll do part 258 and he'll do like a funny hand gesture and like the parts are never in order. Like, that's the joke. And so, if it was like part 1,500,000, like that's a joke because that's way too many parts. But for you, it seems like you're doing it in parts, and I'd recommend avoiding that altogether. If you gotta do series, don't make it shorts, unless it's like storytelling. But that's I have yet to come across a channel where series would work. But I will eventually. There will be a real short type channel that pops up. The stream is a little quiet. Oh, the shorts audio.
In America, a bus carrying a group of politicians suddenly lost control while driving.
Yeah, this one, compared to all the others, is really quiet. Arlington Pediatric Center. So, hopefully, let me know if that's good. Okay, I will turn it up more. Check 1, 2. Check, hey, yeah, check, check, check. Check 1, check 2. Thank you for letting me know. I mean, number 3, Office of Government. At this point, it should be, yeah, I'm clipping if I do it anymore. So that is the top amount of volume I can give you. Good? Good? Okay. Everybody good? Are we happy? Yeah. Okay. Seems like some people. No? Not happy? Bad? Volume's bad? Too loud? Okay. Let me turn it back down. All right. So anyway, yeah. Where was I? Oh yeah. Don't do parts. Tell a single joke in one piece of content, right? Because I'm not going to stick around for another one. I'm not. If you didn't make me laugh in the one, you're not going to get any more of my attention. So if this is a part, then that means does that mean that the punchline isn't going to come at the end of this joke? Because if it's not, then I'm not going to waste my time watching it anyway. Get what I'm saying?
American Stories Part 1. In the 1960s, in America.
Oh, hold on. I got to make him a mod. Welcome to the mod team, Derek's Community Rescue.
A bus carrying a group of politicians suddenly lost control while driving through a rural area and crashed into a tree in an old farmer's field. The old farmer, witnessing the accident, went to the bus and examined what had happened. Then he took his shovel, dug a hole, and buried the politicians there. Sometime later, the sheriff arrived at the accident site and, seeing the wrecked bus, asked the farmer what happened to the politicians. The farmer
I am so sorry about this overdubbing. The politicians. That's not his voice, by the way, guys. That is not his voice.
He replied, "I buried them all." The sheriff recoiled. "Were they all dead?" asked the sheriff. The farmer.
Were they all dead? Asked the sheriff.
Shrugged. "Well," he said, "some said they weren't dead, but you can't trust politicians."
Okay. All right, so I get it. Why is there... Oh my god, the amount... Okay, that was the punchline. Why is there 20 more seconds?
By the way, this microphone design was created based on your comments. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe and comment.
Okay, the CTA really doesn't fit. To be honest, after the Oscar P or the Robert thing, people left, right? And so your short, the analytics show that the people drop off a little bit more than halfway to this video because you gave them permission to leave. So all of this that didn't get viewed told the algorithm that this video is shit and nobody finishes it all the way. Understand what I'm saying? So don't do that either, okay? So don't do parts, right? Don't worry about series-ing it. Just make it like, here's a joke, enjoy the joke. And then if you're gonna signal that it's the end of a joke, make sure it's the fucking end. I love the community interaction thing, but I don't think it belongs on the short. Just because it's only gonna send negative signals. You crammed a different topic into the short right at the end, and it's only going to hurt things. So work on those, and then make sure to join the next stream, and then we'll keep breaking it down from there. Hopefully I gave you a lot of stuff, and sorry I didn't understand what your channel was at first. It is difficult because I speak English, and this isn't an English channel. I thought it was politics at first, but yeah. Hopefully that helps you a little bit. Make sure you're in the Discord. It's free, the discord.gg/John Scott. And it said people really left. Yeah, I figured they did. Yeah. What happens if I pin a message? Does it show at the top of your guys' thing? Huh. Unpin message. Oh, it just pops up where the poll is. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So, hopefully that helped you a little bit. Let's move on to the next one. Welcome back to the gross world of Pukemon. They ask, is it worth it to add the 4 seconds at the end for a aesthetically pleasing homepage? And I'm assuming they're talking about some sort of Instagram grid bullshit going on here. Let's see.
Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Frank and Rips, the channel where we rip open packs of trading cards to see what we get. Pokemon.
I'm gone, dude. Please don't do intros like this. It's just, yeah. You already know. Like I don't know. I don't know. God, that does look good. I understand why you asked. Shit. It's not worth it, unfortunately. I want you to keep doing it because that looks gorgeous, but it's not worth it. And like one of these pops off and you're on the short shelf, it's gonna be better for you to pick one where it's you holding a card because that like lets people know what to expect. But damn, that looks so good. I wish it was worth keeping, but it really isn't. It never is. That is, man, I'm gonna take a picture of that. That is like one of the best looking freaking it would be nice if that effort was worth it. I'm scrolling because I'm taking a long cat. Enjoy this llama. See? Now I've got a long picture. That's really cool. I'm gonna show my friends. Okay, anyway, let's go back to the thing now. Yeah, like if you were showing, honestly, since this says Pokemon on it, maybe you showing that card pack would probably be the best. Yeah, that one right there. I mean, I would make sure that it sticks out just a little bit more and set it as the very first frame. So anybody that doesn't know, let me point this out because a lot of people ask about shorts thumbnails and it's really difficult to explain. But to do this right, you need to edit your stuff first. You need to be able to put an image into your whatever the fuck I'm trying to say, into your video. And the very first frame, you will make it this first image. And so if you have the skill necessary to spice it up a little bit, this is what I would do. And so, yeah, once everything is done and edited, you'll just add this on the very first frame. You'll upload from your phone, and then right when you can write the title, there'll be like a little button where you can actually click on the image, and that you can scroll through and pick the frame that you want to be your thumbnail. You won't have to scroll because this is the very first frame, and nobody will notice because it's like so fast. All right, so I would make that one pop. Brightness just a little bit, and then blur this background like so. Make it really stand out like that. Maybe I would lower the saturation of the background just a tad, and then up the saturation of this one just a bit to make the green and yellow really, really pop, especially that green. And yeah, that's how I would do it. I might darken the back. Yeah, that looks really, really good as far as your bam. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you might want to add like a circle or something, or like a little arrow that points at the fact that it says puke on it, because that is, honestly, that's like the most interesting thing to me about this, is that it says Pokemon instead of Pokemon. Yeah, something along those lines. But anyway, hopefully that helps. And so you would save this image as one frame, right? You put it at the very beginning of your short, and then export that and upload it. If you don't know how to edit things, you can just download the Edits app. I think it's made by Meta, and it will just allow you to add things over it, like an overlay or whatever. You'll be able to add an image there right at the beginning. So that is how you do it. John, if you can pull up Platfans, make them all. Short Pocket Monster. Yeah, I know. What are you trying to... Yeah, I mean, like, this is the... Yeah, this is the vibe that I would say go for, basically. I mean, these get millions of views, you know what I mean? So, like, it's just him showing the card pack, the background's blurred a little bit. I don't necessarily know if he goes out of his way to do a custom thumbnail or not. He might. But, yeah, he always makes sure that it's, like, dead center, it's the focus, and, yeah. Yeah, good call, Derek. All right, so let's get back to the actual video.
Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Frank and Rips, the channel where we rip open packs of trading cards to see what we get. Pokemon!
Okay, so everybody knows what your channel's doing already. I would cut out all that stuff and see, like, when I see it, I'm like, there's something called Pokemon. And so if you wanted to say anything at the beginning, this is not your normal Pokemon pack. Like, that's all I would say. And then...
Gotta catch.
Like, the thing is, I don't know what the stakes are here, because what's a good card for Pokemon? Like, I guess I don't know what one is expensive, and I don't really know if there's a whole lot of payoff for a novelty card pack, unlike the, super expensive Pokemon packs, right? Get what I'm saying?
Catch 'em all.
That's so funny.
I think there's a scratch and sniff card. We've never gotten one.
I think it's really just the novelty of it, like seeing what's inside it.
Find the scratch and sniff cards.
So while you do this, you notice your hands are like out of the shot.
Hopefully it's not like we opened Shrek a long time ago.
So I would definitely, like, where your hands are on a phone is covered up by your channel name, by the title, by the subscribe button, whatever music you've picked. You need to put yourself in the eye line, right? Right up here is where your hand should be, or at least dead center. So that's where I would go about that.
We got a scratch and sniff card and it didn't smell at all.
Yeah, you're holding these way too low, bro.
Okay.
Why is it still low?
10 to 4.
There we go. Why is it off?
We have Hitman butt and Hitman groin.
Okay, so yeah, this one I would definitely focus on the novelty of it. Like, this isn't your normal Pokemon pack. This is Pokemon, and I have no idea what's inside. That's exactly what I would say. Even if you did, lie. Fuck it. Just say, I have no idea what's inside, and then I would cut to opening it. You have 0 cuts in this, and that's like, people are bailing already. I mean, most of them left because you took too long to get to the point, but once you're into the point, I would just cut to the next one, like cut to it opening, cut to the pulling out. I don't know if cards do this or not, but like holding the back first and then revealing this way, like doing a flip to reveal, that's what I would do. So hopefully that helps you out. I got to get to the next one, but that was a lot of stuff. I can't really recap it, everything that I just said, but hopefully you took notes or just back it up and listen to whatever bullshit I said. Kendall Gray fan channel. Yeah, this, I don't think I can. Didn't you just submit yesterday? Yeah, I can't. I don't know if you have permission to use this shit. So I can't do this, right? Moving on.
Let's go to the quarantine zone.
But I'd recommend looking at other fan channels and seeing what they do, I guess. Okay, so
On a death sentence.
normally I would bail on ranking, but it's like your footage that you're ranking, so it's totally fine. I noticed that you don't get to the point fast enough of like, why is this funny? Okay, so pretty good, right? I mean, you could have cut out like the first second or two, but okay, why is this? Man, it's really difficult to break this down. Sorry, I forgot to take off the eye line. if something happens in this game, like you point out a funny moment. What is this? Top 3 quarantine zone moments. Top what? Like funny moments? Top quarantine zone moments. I just feel like you're not ranking anything. You're just saying they're top moments. Like the best moments, the funniest moments. I don't know. But if something isn't like super great, there's no reason to rank a bunch of them. What the fuck? Your reaction to this part, it just takes a little while to get you to react and then to burn. Ah, man.
What the new life. Take this guy for example. A real weirdo, but harmless. Can't let that into the
I'm not sure what's going on. There's just so.
What do you mean harmless, bro? He's got a flamethrower. I don't need that. It's my medicine.
That was good. I like that.
Medicine? Lock him up.
Okay, so the medicine thing was funny, and that's usually what I would frame the entire piece of content around. Like this guy snuck in this guy snuck in weapons claiming it was medicine or something like that. Like focus on that as like a little bit of a story. But all the dead time, all the downtime that isn't super funny, people are bailing, and that's why this isn't performing as well. Think about the best moment, the one moment in this entire video, that's your short. Even if it's 8 seconds long, that's your short, and then move on to the next piece of content. I can see that what you're judging, what you think is funny, might not be super funny to everybody else. But what you think is the funniest thing will be funny to everybody else. So this is only something that you can learn with experience. It's a perspective thing. It took me so long to figure it out. And when you hear people say, you need to work on your comedic timing, like, really, you just need to raise the bar on what is funny to you. Because, like, not everybody appreciates an inside joke. Because it's like, it's yours. It's you and a buddy, you joke around. But, like, yeah, the difference between an inside joke and, like, a really hilarious joke is just the level of funny. Besides it being an inside joke. But hopefully you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, just raise the standard of what's funny to you. Actually, raise the standard on what's worth uploading. That's what I'm trying to say. Because there was one funny part I noticed. If that was all the content and you really focused on making that as funny as fucking possible, then you'd have good content to pitch. And so, yeah, because you had 3 mediocre funny moments, it doesn't give you a reason to upload it. You had one great moment that could have been built up into something more. Like, even your zoom in on your reaction to medicine, it's worth just building that into a piece of content. Don't rank things because you think ranking is trending. Rank things that deserve ranking. These just don't deserve ranking. And honestly, don't rank things. That's my take on it, because ranking is just a clever way to steal people's content. That's really like why people use the ranking niche. So I'm not so sure it's working for you, this format, but there is comedy here. You just got to raise that standard. All right. I'm just going to move on. Hopefully that helped you. All you said was, what should I improve? Raise that standard just a little bit. Find whatever makes you laugh out loud, the funniest fucking thing. Pick that one moment, right? Out of every 5 uploads, upload once. Try that for a little while. Pick the best one. I have a tough time doing that when I'm cutting up my own content, because I'm like, okay, well, I like the face I made here because it makes me think this or whatever. But then I think, well, will the viewer care? Like, is that face teaching them anything? And if the answer is no, then I have to cut it. Like, it's just a rule I have for myself. Just like how Hayden Hillier-Smith, he's a popular YouTube editor. He says, if you can cut out this section and then put these 2 sections together and the story still makes sense, then that section never needed to be there in the first place. Just another example. Okie doke. Moving on. Yeah. I have to go quicker. Yeah, we have 27 now. This one is, man, I haven't seen Among Us in a long time. Let's see.
Wondering how not killing White in this position helped me win the game. For you to understand, we gotta start from the beginning. I got Imposter, more specifically the Shapeshifter ability, which allows me to take the appearance of another player.
I get the impulse to like want to tell stories, but you're not showing. All you're doing is telling. And so when you're saying I got this or I got that, you need to focus more on your edit. Bring it closer to the character. If you're just leaving it this zoomed out version that's on a phone or whatever, you're not bringing people into the story. That is the first thing to fix, okay? I'm going to move on to the next. I'm going to go faster on these because I have to, but that is definitely the first thing to fix. Okay, moving on to some of these I've done yesterday, but I don't want to limit anybody, so give me a sec.
Hey, did you know?
I'm gonna try to bring up a bunch. Okay, we've got this one. Okay, definitely want to do that because got Severlight here.
Did I make it?
And then we've got one sec. Ba-da-bum-ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum. I'm gonna have to start memorizing channel names. All right, let's roll through these. First one, we've got, actually we'll go backwards. So we had Severlight first.
Did I make it? First night? Did I make it? Did I make it? First night? So today FNAF is 11 years old. That's right, it's its birthday. And I decided to play FNAF 1 for the first time. What is that noise? Okay, he's gone. Oh, I'm out of power. Oh no. Did I make it? Did I make it? First night? Oh my gosh, I think I made it. I made my first night. I think. Okay, I didn't make it my first night. If you'd like to see more FNAF content from me on my channel.
Okay, people left. All right, so right after this moment, people are gone. Everything after that climax is hurting how the algorithm is looking at their reaction to this content. So cut it at 30 for sure. Any call to action after that is just gonna hurt you. How to avoid that? Put the climax at the end. But also, man, call to actions in shorts, either they have to be a part of the content or they have to be non-existent. Like, if you have a separate section to do a call to action in your short, if it's in the beginning, they'll leave. If it's in the ending, they won't stick around for it. If it's in the middle, it'll confuse people, right? So, like, I just try to avoid it. It's got to be done just the right way. Like, the thumb going up my nose makes people like and comment because they're confused why it went up my nose, but also it's a like button, right? So try to think outside of the box on how you can get them to do stuff to engage with the content, but don't ask them. Never do that. Your beginning, and by the way, guys, I'm going a little harder on Severlight because he can take it. He's a veteran when it comes to with me and in vidIQ. So your beginning, you do 2 setups, right? You say something, hold on. Oh, you do a foreshadow hook, but then you say this is the 1 year or however many 11th year. Let's see.
Did I make it? Did I make it? First night? So today FNAF is 11 years old. That's right, it's its birthday. And I decided to play FNAF 1 for the first time. What is that noise?
Okay, so your setup on the story, nothing else applies to the story, right? Like you're entertaining us, and then you give us another reason that you made the content for some like shorts viewers don't care. They just want entertainment, and then they want to be rid of you, right? So try to make it as entertaining as possible. And if they stay for the whole thing, then YouTube rewards you. That's it. Like, that's your reward. Fuck this viewer. They might not ever see you again, right? It's not about making them get to know you or anything like that. And I know it's difficult to try to get out of the habit of getting them to go over to your long form, but it happens to very specific niches, and the rest of us are fucked, right? So those who do watch your shorts, just consider them shorts watchers. Now, what are you going to do in your content for the shorts watchers? You're not going to try to get them to do anything else. You're just going to try to entertain them as much as possible. That's the mindset you need to be in. So you saying that it's the 11th year anniversary and that you're playing it for the first time or something like that, the shorts viewer doesn't care. The long form viewer does care, because that's the reason, that's the whole setup. It's your first time experiencing it. So I think the only thing that matters in this is your reaction. And so I would probably just try to build it up to that. Is it a good piece of content? If that's it, I don't necessarily know. Your reaction is really funny. If anything, it's like an 8 to 10 second video, if that's the case. Here's how I would triple hook it. I would start it out. You have a moment where, like, you said, do I make it? And then you do, like, you cut to another version of yourself. And so that being right in the middle, right before the big scary part, is great. What is in the beginning, I'm not sure. Some of the footages would work, but your caption says playing Five Nights at Freddy's for the very first time. That's it. That's all you need. So you've got your hook at the bottom, and then you've got, like, oh, I'm almost there. Okay, I think, did I make it? Those who have played it before no, you didn't. But you think, okay, I did make it. And so, like, there's this dissonance between what the viewer knows and what you know. And that's entertaining alone. And then the big thing happens that they know is going to happen. And then that's the end of the video. And I think that would kill with this specific video. Hopefully that helps you a little bit, man. All right, let's move on to the next one.
Oh, if you're ever in a pinch, you can... Hey, did you know? If you're ever in a pinch, you can swap out the tank on your motorcycle for the tank on your barbecue. Oh yeah, all you gotta do is connect the burner line to the carburetor and tweak the regulator, and you're good to go. Watch this. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. See ya. Hey, did you know? If you're ever in a pinch...
Okay, this had the potential to get millions of views. Your presentation is what ruined it. But let me think, how would I do this to get millions of views? What is this? Piece of plastic on it. It's the hook that why did no one ever tell me that you could hook up a tank to a motorcycle? That's okay. You're not going to believe what happens when you hook a tank to a motorcycle. That's all right. Okay, let me watch it again.
Hey, did you know? If you're ever in a pinch, you can swap out the tank on your motorcycle for the tank on your barbecue. Oh.
Okay, so you're doing a lot of telling, not a lot of showing. Right, so I don't know what's going on behind you. I assume there's like a part of this that's a bit of a trick or something like that. But because you're so far away, it's difficult to understand really what's going on until you take like until you know where to look, right? But if you started out by being close to it and you're backing up, showing the full motorcycle, like, how did I not know that you could hook one of these to one of these? Like, you could just say that, right? If I was there with you, I would know exactly how to direct it, but it's difficult for me to explain it. You start out on the tank. How did I not know that you could hook one of these to one of these? And like the camera backs up whoever's holding it and it shows the motorcycle. And then And then you say, but you're not going to believe what happens when I start it. Or, but watch what happens when I start it. If you don't believe me, ooh, that's good. How did I not know that you could hook one of these to one of these? If you don't believe me, watch what happens when I start it. Then you kickstart it, fire, end. That's it. And that one, I hate to be like this, but I would kill the logo at the end. That would give you a 10-second viral video. All right, moving on.
Insane layer. So then I made it. I was playing Skate 4 and I saw this insane layer. So then I made it my goal to grind all the way around this circle. But then when I tried it, this happened. Dude, what was that? So this rail is ungrindable.
Okay, so this rail is ungrindable is your hook. That's the way to start it. You showed a lot of shit that didn't matter, especially this. This has nothing to do with the game. It's like you're trying to show the concept, but like the game is right there. Just show us the game. Why are you showing me something else? This rail is ungrindable. Did you know that did you know in Skate 4 there is a rail that's ungrindable? There's another direction to go.
Dude, what was that? So this rail is with code that makes it able to be grinded on. But I was still committed to this challenge, so after...
Okay, I just realized I'm gonna get shit canned for a copyright. But, yeah, your music is too loud. Your sound effects are too loud, too. Your voice needs to come up, basically, is what I'm saying. So yeah, I would approach that as, did you know that there's an ungrindable rail in Skate 4? Or I had no idea in Skate 4, this rail's, I don't know. This rail is ungrindable. This rail in Skate 4 is ungrindable. I don't know if you have to say the game name or not, but you could point it out. This rail, ding, is ungrindable. I just found out that this rail, ding, I was today years old when I found out that this rail, like you could do whatever, take whatever popular hook you want. But yeah, and then I would show your experience. And of course, like I said before, you need to light yourself better and level out those audios a little bit. Take the music down to -24 to 30 dB. Your sound effects need to be between -10 and -12 dB, and your voice needs to be at -0.01 dB, which is almost to 0, but the 0.01 will keep you from clipping. Moving on.
Of the FNAF lore iceberg. Do you know these 3 levels of the FNAF lore iceberg?
Oh, dude, what is with that audio?
Level 1. This is surface level information. Something like the spring lock suits. What the bite of...
At first, it sounds like it's clipping, like you're just doing this to the mic.
87 is, and how the bite of 83 happened. Now for level 2.
But then it goes to a different sound effect, but now I can't get the clip sound out of my head. Yeah, so that's a problem.
Level 1. This is surface level information. Something
everybody knows.
Like the spring lock suits. What the bite of 87 is, and how the bite of 83 happened. Now for level 2.
You're not giving any information.
This is where info gets a bit more deep. This is where you find stuff like how Remnant is made, why Foxy...
Yeah, dude, none of this is diving into the actual information that's in the iceberg. You're just saying the stuff that is... You're not saying what any of it means. You're just saying that there's stuff in an iceberg somewhere. So, I mean, I guess I can understand if you're trying to point to a specific piece of content, but I just don't think that shorts are very usable that way. The only niche that I think it's usable is podcasts, where it's easy. Like, if people listen and then they're like, all right, well, I guess I got the time to listen to a long form, and so they go over to long form. But odds are, people that are in the shorts feed have a very difficult time going to a piece of long form. And also, you're not linking to any long form, so I don't know if that's what you're trying to do. So for this one, I just think the idea is bad. Let's move on to another one. By the way, I saw some content he did yesterday, and it was fine. So he knows I'm not just a dick.
Physical games are better than digital games, but not for the reason you think. Many people
Okay, that's a good hook.
Say that physical is better than digital because it's a guarantee that you own the game and you can put it on your shelf. But in my opinion, that's not the best.
Sorry, I gotta start over. Give me a sec.
Physical games are better than digital games, but not for the reason you think. Many people say that physical is better than digital because it's a guarantee that you own the game and you can put it on your shelf. But in my opinion,
That and you can sell it. Right? I mean, that's like the main thing is that you have it and you could also sell it. So
that's not the best part. Pre-ordering a physical game builds the hype like nothing else, with loads of cool bonus merch that you get inside. This is the reason I love Tears of the Kingdom so much. My pre-order experience was awesome. Getting home from school that day, unboxing the game, putting the cartridge
I've never had this experience when buying a physical game.
in, and feeling that sense of wonder as Link fell through the sky
Is this only pre-orders?
and feeling that sense of wonder as Link fell through the sky is simply something that no digital experience can replicate.
You can't? I'm sorry. This one is confusing.
And feeling that sense of winning the game, putting the cartridge awesome. Getting home from school that day, unboxing the game, putting the cartridge in, and feeling that sense of wonder as Link fell through the sky is simply something that no digital experience.
Okay. Now I get it. You took a long time to say is something that no digital experience can offer, but the only thing that my brain connected to was Link falling through the sky. At which point I would argue, yeah, it can offer that. I played the digital version and Link fell through the sky. You got to realize that Shorts viewers are dumb. We're all dumb. We can't hang on to that much cognitive load, right? And so if you're going to tell something that long, like you kind of have to remind us what's going on. But that's not really the problem with this. The problem is like, it's just, I've seen some of your other stuff. I just don't think this is like the best idea, or you're making the best point about what makes physical better than digital or whatever. I think the only strength about it is nostalgia. I think that people are going to agree with you and say, yeah, that I love digital. Like, it's just the feeling of it. But you showed stuff in there that I prefer digital too, or I prefer physical too. But you showed stuff in there that I've never experienced. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it just doesn't connect with everybody. As far as the way that you've done all your content, I got nothing to offer. Honestly, you're a really good creator, and sometimes I'll just come across an idea where I'm like, it's not my favorite idea, but I also have nothing to add. Like, your character's not in the way. Your eye line is fine. Like, you're showing what you need to show. Like, I don't know. I like it. I don't... This probably performed okay. What is it? 27,000? Yeah. I mean, if we're talking view jail, I think the only thing that held it back is just idea in general. That's it. Just make more stuff. That's all. Is all your stuff getting caught? Or, I mean, I'm assuming you have big ones. Big ones. 35K. Why do Pokemon games do this?
Why do Pokemon games do this? Pokemon games are no stranger to having downright stupid ways to unlock things. Case
I'm having a tough time hearing you.
point, Pokemon Ultra Sun. The Ultra Warp Ride minigame is locked in motion controls which are really clunky and not fun to use.
I hate these controls. I hate them.
Yeah, it's a little too much for me to grab onto. Just a lot of cognitive load. Anyway, yeah. I guess ideation is really where I'd sit on that one. Let me keep moving here. I have to mute this for a sec. I'm just checking chat, make sure there's no issues. Cool. All right. One. And then oh God, that's a child. That one is slop. Can't do that one. Also slop. Not gonna do that one. Pretty sure that dude just got banned from the Discord too. Sorry, I'm collecting a bunch so we can go through them fast. All right, you know what? I'm gonna make some points. Screw it. All right, first, this one is fine. Let's
Your customers think your website is a scam. You are losing sales every.
Okay. For some reason, if you said, "Here's why your customers," you took a very literal stance on this, which made it not as credible as if you said, your customers might think your website's a scam. If you do this, if you do these three things, your customers might think your website's a scam. I would come up with a simpler way to say that. But like, if you're doing this, people think you're a scammer. If you're doing this, people might think you're a scammer. If your website does this, people might think you're a scammer. That's okay. I like that. Sorry, that's how I think. I just like roll through the hooks until one finally sticks. But I love your subtitles, by the way. I think they look really cool.
Every day because you're ignoring the trust triad. If you miss even one of these corners, your bounce rate goes up. Let me break it down for you. The faceless error. If I can't see who runs the business within the first 3 seconds, I zoom.
Okay, you're making a good point. You're making good points. You're just not showing me in the context of a website. So, imagine that I am saying shorts creators, they need to have a triple hook, and a triple hook is visual, it's caption, and it's audio, but I'm just talking to the camera and I'm not showing at all what I'm talking about. Nobody's going to really pick up on what I'm saying, especially if I'm not showing a short that looked that way. Like recently I did one where I showed a Waffle House short and it said something like, when you go to Waffle House but you feel like you're a part of a 5-star restaurant or something, or when your waiter actually loves his job. That was the caption. And that was such a good written hook that I'm like, okay, what's going to happen? Because I didn't see the waiter yet, but something was going to happen. And so that was the example I used. But if I didn't show the example and I just showed text of me saying, like your subtitles here, and I'm not showing any examples, no, people can't connect it. They can't connect those dots. You have to connect it for them, right? And so you showed a triangle and you showed faceless, but you're not showing me anything like, this is okay. Show me real examples. First of all, people want to see, like, they need the tangible. They need to understand that what you're saying, that there's like actual examples of this. I do like the drawings and everything. I just don't find it as credible as what it could be. So, you're going to want to show yourself less, basically. Yeah. Bounce isn't a word. Bounce, B-O-U-N-C-E is what you're looking for.
If you miss even one of.
Okay. If you're going to do the trust triad, if your website's missing these three things, people might think it's a scam. Something along those lines. I would definitely hit it with the three things immediately. That way they know exactly how much value they're getting, and they know when the value is done too. So if you want to pop up the three and like blur them and then reveal them one at a time, that's a way to go about it too. All right, I got to move on. Make this quick. This one, Nato, the top. Unless you are this dude and this is your content, I'm not going to rate it. And I can't trust it because it's one. But since you're such a new creator, let me just say that if you are using footage that you don't have permission to use or that you didn't take, I'm not going to help you. There are channels out there that might. There are plenty of shorts gurus out there that'll convince people, do the ranking niche. Take this content and take that content and just rank them and then put it out there like it's yours. That's fucked up. And YouTube is killing that shit one at a time. So, yeah, this one, Fighter Mentality. First, let's see what's said here because they might be giving an opinion.
This is why you should never wear pink to Khabib's gym. When Adin Ross showed up at Khabib's gym,
wearing
bright pink shorts, he immediately looked nervous. At first, it looked like Khabib.
Okay. So yeah, just because it's not your footage, I'm not gonna do this. Yeah.
Inside 99 Nights in the Forest. See, when you explore the cabins, you'll find these wooden chairs, and you should never burn the wooden chairs for fuel inside 99 Nights in the Forest.
Inside what?
99 nights.
Oh, 99 Nights. Okay.
In the Forest. See, when you
one sec. I just wanna. Okay, it's close enough, I guess, to the. Just line that up.
explore the cabins, you'll find these wooden chairs and they can be used to fuel your campfire. But there's actually 3 different reasons to prove why you shouldn't actually burn them.
Okay, so you say there's 3 reasons. Start with that, right? 3 reasons why you should never burn whatever bullshit in 99 bullshit, right? I don't play the game, so so don't hate me for not knowing. But yeah, so like I just said to the other guy, if you start with a certain amount of value that you're going to offer, it gives the viewer an expectation. And then you fulfill the expectation, they feel satisfied, and they will watch more of your content. And it might not even be their choice, right? Because if they get to the end of your video, YouTube will give them another one of yours eventually. And so, yeah, you don't have to worry about them liking or subscribing or anything, because that's just how the algorithm works. But yeah, start with the 3 things, however you said that.
When you explore the cabins, you'll find these wooden chairs and they can be used to fuel your campfire.
Okay, wooden chairs.
Turn the wooden chairs for fuel inside.
Okay, so it is wooden chair. So
wooden chairs and they can be used to fuel your campfire. But there's actually 3 different reasons to prove why you shouldn't actually burn them.
3 reasons why you should never burn wood chairs in 99 Nights, right? That's your hook, and then you go through the 3 reasons. And then try to use that thing that I did on my old shorts, where I got the little timer, like the little 1 with the circle, and it completes. And once you're done with 1, then like pop up number 2 up at the top. That way they know how long it's gonna take to. I'm serious. It'll help. And if you missed that part, if you didn't tune into the stream in time, then just back up the stream when we're done. All right, moving on. What's the best juke in Gorilla Tag?
What's the easiest juke in Gorilla Tag? See, you may think it's the slide juke, but it's not.
This would probably benefit if you had captions.
That's one thing right. You see, the slide juke's not very good because it's obviously very...
And that said, when you do use them, go ahead and put yourself up in the eye line, right? Your gorilla or whatever. And so I don't know how the camera works on Gorilla Tag, but all you got to do is just aim it down a little bit lower. And so, like, yeah, you get the idea. And if you don't, tough. But yeah.
Predictable, and by the time someone already does the move, or you might think it's something simple like this. That is because when you jump, you will stay in the air for...
Yeah, your music is just a tad too loud, man.
Because it's obviously very predictable, and by the time someone already does the move, or you might think it's something simple like this. That is because when you jump, you will stay in the air for long, and so...
Okay, yeah, there's not a whole lot of clarity on this, so you just waste a little bit less time for the viewer, right? I mean, if there's 3 jukes or whatever, I feel like you should have already gotten through them. And so, yeah, take that into consideration. Add captions. This should be like a 20-second video. If you can fit your details into 20 seconds and still make it fun and entertaining, then come back and we'll go from there. Okay? Monkey D, this one didn't send me a short. They just sent their channel, so I don't know which one they wanted me to look at. I can see which one's popular, I guess.
This time we have Enrique. Players like these exist in Clash Royale. He started off with Mami Pekka.
Players like these exist in Clash Royale. How to win Clash Royale matches is a search term. How to win against mid-ladder. How to win against Mega Knight. How to win against any troops. Okay, so yeah, I mean, that seems to be your format. And I don't really have much to add because it seems like you've got whatever you're doing down. But I will say... that you are probably going to struggle at some point with saturation because there's only so much you can do. So check out other Clash Royale, whatever. whatever channels and see what new things they're doing to try to come up. I don't have, just go on Instagram and look, basically. Look through the Explore and see what they got. I've only seen what you're showing me. So I don't have any ideas for that. But that's where you're going to want to start. That said, it sounded fine. It doesn't seem like you're doing anything
This time
wrong.
we have Enrique play my tower, and he has a Mega Knight. And
I mean, maybe have some arrows or something pointing things out. I mean, this is way too confusing for me as somebody who doesn't play. But yeah, as long as you keep it concise and you can easily point things out that you're talking about, do that and then look for other formats. MindPop 4U1. This is a ranking channel. I won't do it because you don't own this content and you don't have permission to use it. Let's move on to Roki Bob. Is that the one that I just saw? Let's see. Yeah, they said got to get monetized. How do I go super viral like a million views? Circumstances, but it's not working. Make original content. You're going to want to start by learning what value you offer the world, and then, you know, ask a friend, what is my superpower? What do I do that not everybody can do? Or what do you do that you love to do that seems like work to others? Like for me, I edit things, I make content, and it seems like way too much work for people to do. But for me, it's something I love to do. It doesn't feel like work at all. Just like when I started learning Blender, I just love to do it. Some people are like that with video games. Sure, I like to play video games, but there are people that love to play video games. And it's just like maybe that's their superpower. And so they end up becoming XQC, shit like that. So yeah, find your superpower, find the value that you offer the world, turn that into an offer, make content about that. That will give you longevity. Then every time you upload, get better at one thing. Like Mr. Beast says, upload 100 videos and get better at one thing with each video. If you take videos from other people, what are you going to get better at? What do you improve? There's nothing to improve. You're just stealing content. I don't help channels like that, and that's why. All right? Find the thing that will give you longevity, because soon enough, YouTube's not going to allow this content. So then what are you going to do? Fall on the value that you offer. It'll be much more rewarding. And if that's something that you want to do, you are more than welcome to join the Discord, and we will help you as much as we possibly can. Okay. Jonk. Oh, yeah. I've been out of the game for a while. Can you still make custom thumbnails for shorts? If so, I'd recommend this guy making the thumbnails uniquely for the character. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, the previous person, whatever, the Clash Royale, I did cover how to do the thumbnails earlier. It was the game. Like, go back until you see me open up Photoshop. This one right here. Pokemon. That's what it was. And I explained how to do the custom thumbnails for shorts. And, yeah, just follow that. That's a really good idea. Very good idea. Thank you, Jonk. Jonk. Okay. What is this here? Okay, this person says, how to get out of 30K view jail. I even tried to replicate the viral shorts, but also got 30,000 views. Let's see. You're not showing me any specific one. Are these just memes or what? Let's see.
If you live near the Appalachian Mountains, you need to go in.
It's done. It's just overdone. Like, I see it all the time. Dude, find something unique to do.
You can't survive in these time periods. First up, the Ice Age. No heater.
Yeah. Honestly, I just try exploring a different format that you can do. Use a regular voice. Like, use your voice. I don't know. Show something different. Like, if you're going to tell stories, show the story. Like, you're just dude, it's just brain rot shit. You're just overlaying stories with pictures over top gaming stuff. And if that fulfills you in some way, then great, keep doing it. But if you want to get out of 30K view jail, you need to offer a little bit more than the shit that everybody else can fucking offer. Like, you need to raise the barrier to entry. Like, you need to be better at something than people. And right now, you're not. Seeing this, you're just not better than anybody else. So, whatever you can do to be better, Like, that's what I would focus on. What can you improve? But it starts with not doing that. Like, if you want to be a storyteller, then that's great, right? Show the footage or show the pictures of the stories that you're telling, like, relevant. But using the format laid over game with the chipmunk voice is just, it's not great. It's not gonna hit as hard as it once did. That's just my opinion. This is not yours. Yeah. Okay. It's just League of Legends. It looks like a trailer, which I can't. What am I supposed to? What advice do I give you? League of, I don't know. You didn't make it, so. What if you don't age but the world?
What if I tell you that a human could live for 50,000 years?
Okay, first I'd recommend writing something as a human, and then speaking as a human, and then using your human brain to make footage. Or using pictures or something. I'm sorry, this is just not the shit I help with. There's just nothing, like, I don't want to make fun of it, because there are plenty of gurus out there that will say, you can just automate this with N8N and put out a bunch of fucking slop on YouTube and make thousands of dollars. And it sucks that you believe them, because you can't. Like, it's just, this doesn't help. This helps nobody. And so, when people immediately see this, they hear an AI voice, they see this fucking airbrushed Prince Charming or whatever with a KineMaster logo for some reason. Like, it's just, there's nothing of value here, and people know it. So when I see that, I think, okay, well, there's no human involved whatsoever. Honestly, the only thing that makes me think you're a human is the fact that you filled out my form. Other than that, a computer could have done this easily on its own. So, don't do that.
Mojang
Finally, we got some original content.
finally did it after years. Let me explain. In 2000...
Okay, so it's not a very powerful hook, is it? Like, Mojang finally did it after X amount of years. That would have worked a couple years ago, maybe like 5 to 10 years ago, but now people need specifics in their hooks. They need to know a little more context than they did it, right? So, I mean, honestly, the only thing that really caught me is that you're like walking towards me and your voice, which is like entertaining, I think. So, just get a little bit more specific about your hook. Let's see what this is about, though. And I wouldn't give it the time of day if you hadn't submitted this form, but let's do it.
Mojang finally did it after years. Let me explain. In 2000...
And let me explain doesn't need to be there. Like, all you're doing is you're inserting more time between me and the value you're offering me. Don't do that with shorts. That'll just piss people off.
13, Minecraft added a new mob to the game. The mob was fully textured and everything. But there was one problem. It lacked purpose.
Okay. All right, I kind of see where this, like, they finally gave it purpose. That's what they did. I would have started with yeah. Yeah, so don't be afraid to start at the beginning of a story. People love to just jump in on stories. And so, if you start with a story with the context that it's about Minecraft and it's like a behind the scenes thing about Minecraft, people will stick around because they're interested in what you have to say. You don't have to sell it. The context sells it. So, if you started with
problem. It lacked purpose.
Sorry.
So it never made... Minecraft added a new mob to the game. The mob 13. Minecraft added...
Back in 2013, Minecraft added this mob to the game. But back in 2013, Minecraft added this mob to the game, but there was a huge problem. It had no purpose. There's your hook. It is already sold because it's about Minecraft, and you're not showing what the mob is either, right? And you said something about the texture, but I don't think that that's relevant if you pitch it the way that I just did. So you start it as a story and you continue on. I think that that's what would have taken this to the next level. It's just, this is a difficult thing for people to know when they need hooks, when they don't, and like which hook to use, because there's like a foreshadowing type of hook. There's the hook that you just did, which doesn't add anything to the story. Yeah, so it's difficult to discern which one to use, but this one could have benefited by just being a story. So that's what I would have done. Yeah, just keep submitting, okay? Just keep coming back. I'm just moving on because there's still so many to get to. Now we have 50. Just gonna show prime ranks here. Dude, I'm pretty much not gonna help anybody that has ranks in their name at this point. It's obvious that you just take content from people. So, no, not for this channel. I'm not the shorts guru you're looking for.
One day, a year.
Nope. Moving on.
Are you trying to be competitive, but you just can't?
I need to make sure I'm not... I feel bad because we just did one. Yeah, we just did one. I'm sorry.
Are you...
Maybe I can come back to it. I'm really sorry, but we just... Man, I don't know if you're the same person or not. If you're here, tell me you're not the same person, and I'll come back to it, all right? Or I'll try to.
3 Dog...
Whoa? What is this?
A death match.
I'm fucking in. What?
3 Dog death match.
Start with the Curly Whirly.
Curly Whirly dog.
Candy corn.
Okay. Sorry, I'm in research mode. Give me a sec. Okay. You definitely need a caption type of hook, I think. I want to know other channels like Snacks DIY, maybe. Let's see what this does. Okay, so first we got cheese, and there's nothing special about it. It's just nice and organized. And then you put holes in the cheese, the camera follows it, put salt on top. Okay, so the thing is, I don't know where this is going, and I think the fact that it didn't show me what it was would get me to stick around. All right, but oh, now I see why the hole is there. But the thing is, you showed yours. You showed your hand ahead of time. I already know where this is going, and the only one that looks impressive is the one that looks like Dookie, because I don't know what it is, right? So if you start with the top-down angle, something like really interesting looking, make it oddly satisfying. Like I would build up to the reveal rather than showing all three, because like this, I'm like, okay, this dude just kind of throws shit on hot dogs because I don't know yet, right? And if I see it ahead of time, I probably won't give it the time of day because I'm like, I know what this is going to end up like. All right. Hopefully that helps you. But,
3 Dog.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. And like you showing yourself and talking and everything, I just think it's going to take away from the presentation of, look at this. And dude, do what you want, right? Like don't take what I say and think that you have to. I'm just telling you what will get you millions of views. That's all. And like, really, it just, oh man, that looks good. It just kind of comes down to like finding the right format. That said, I'd change your profile picture because it like, it makes it feel inauthentic when I know you are an authentic creator. Because it's just AI generated. So, that said, let's move on. Hopefully that helped you a little bit. I feel like I had to rush it, but I just want to make sure to try to get to everybody that I can.
$3.
I spent 1 hour to make video and skip by saying this shit. You spent 1 hour to make what? I'm curious. Was it a ranking video? You spent 1 hour stealing people's content? Was that it? Yes. Sorry you wasted your fucking time.
This game is not what you're expecting.
Okay.
This game is not what you're expecting. Now, you saw the Opala Bird and Garden of Banban, but you probably haven't seen this fan-made remake. It starts off the same way as the original game. I think we can all agree that this bird is a lot more terrifying.
Hey, bruh.
Well, sometimes. This game is not.
Okay, honestly, dude, I think you kind of just need to keep going. Because this idea by itself, I just don't think is content. It's like not the greatest, okay, it's kind of scarier. If you're trying to get us to decide which one is scarier, like we're going to need to see them side by side, right? You got to like do a comparison, like this one has this one has that. But really, it just seems like you're kind of getting your editing chops in, which is fine too. Like we all have to do it. So take that with a grain of salt. I just don't think that this is the idea that is super sellable. But if I were going to do which game do you think is scarier, you might want to try like which is scarier. Just search that and look for the gaming shorts and see how they presented it. It could be top, bottom, right? Something along those lines. But they're going to point out like this one versus this one, right? They're going to say, here's a point about this, here's a point about that. And hopefully that would help you out a little bit. I just don't think it's like the craziest idea. That said, when you take something that you've done for a long form and you try to force it into a short, it's always going to pale in comparison to something that you just make for the shorts feed. I've kind of always felt like that. The only way it ever really works is like podcasts or education content. But yeah, and like with education, you can really script it and make sure like this part fits into a short. But yeah, I think that that's kind of what was going on here. Because it links to I played remake Garden of Banban and it was scarier. Also, one last thing before I move on. You're showing this kind of scary looking bird. And I think I saw it yesterday, maybe. But it doesn't really show me a whole lot. It's not, like, bright enough. If anything, this one looks more interesting. Because it's like, I can actually see what the fuck is going on. So, that said, hopefully this helps a little bit. Again, sorry I'm rushing, but I'm just trying to get to a lot of people.
The shortest war in history.
Okay, we got the shortest war in history.
The shortest war in history ended faster than a normal dinner. In
Loop cuts. It's a turn-taking system. I don't know what you want me to do. Like, I'm getting through as many people. Look, here. I'm on number 29 of 53. All right? Keep complaining. Jesus.
1896, Zanzibar was under British control. Britain decided who could rule. When the Sultan died, his cousin took the palace anyway. Britain wasn't happy, so they issued an ultimatum. Step down or face war. But he ignored it. At 9:02 a.m., British warships opened fire. The shortest war in history ended faster than a normal dinner. In 1896, Zanzibar was under British control.
I think that this is just not as captivating as it should be. Like, even the hook was just kind of meh. Like, it's shorter than a dinner. You know? I think that because of the way it's presented as so slow, it's very long form-y to me. I feel like this could be a good long form style, But for shorts, I'm just not as captivated as I should be. The strangest war in history.
What do you do when emus ruin your crops? Declare war, apparently. In 1932,
Good
what
God,
do you
it
do
looked
when
like they
emus
started shooting at him.
ruin your crops? Declare war.
Yeah, this is given like I used AI to make 3D videos vibes. Hell, maybe even the edit, because the reverse seeing it didn't line up to anything. It just stopped at nothing.
Declare war.
And then that happened. Yeah.
In 1930.
Yeah, these transitions are a little wonky too. I'm sorry, it's just like there's a lot of details that maybe you're using AI and it's just kind of getting lost. Outland, if you could join up with the Discord and kind of show us what your process is here, because there's
guns against emus that were destroying farmland. These birds weren't easy targets. They could sprint at 50.
Yeah. All the transitions and stuff are distracting me more than the stuff that you're trying to talk about. So if you could join up with the Discord, I'd like to see what's going on here. But I will move ahead to the next one for now. I'm not, you're using AI. Okay, that's fine. I think that a lot of it gets lost if you're only using AI to do everything. If you want a recommendation here, by the way, I'm not against AI. I'm not. I'm just against low effort. That's all I've ever been against. I fucking hate it when people steal content. That's the lowest of the low. But one thing I'd recommend is to speed up your edits just a little bit by using your own voice. If you don't like the way your voice sounds, you can use AI to replace it, but record your voice and then use AI to replace your tonality and stuff. 11 Labs, I think, has one of these dudes in the Discord knows what tool to use. Either Tarek knows or Levi knows, but they use a similar tool that they can replace their voice. I'm all natural with the content I make. I like to do everything myself, but you know, whatever gets the job done. Okie doke. As long as you're not fucking stealing from people.
This girl was skating on a
like that guy. Loop cuts. Oh, you know what? Since you wanted attention.
This girl was skating on a frozen lake.
Are you this girl? Loop cuts. Are you the person that took this footage? Let's go ahead and take a look at your channel. Did you take any of these videos? Did you get permission? No. Actually, I know this guy, and I know you're not him. So I'm assuming you're a content thief. In which case, mods, feel free to ban him. Because, like, if you wanted to complain for that long just to have me not review his shit, like, I've made it a point to say I don't review stuff that gets stolen. Like, I just do. I don't know. If y'all want to argue with me over what's transformative or not on YouTube, that's fine. But if you don't have permission to use somebody's content, I'm not going to help you. End of discussion. All right, moving on.
Go time out, please.
That's Kai Sanat. Somebody's using his content. Can't do that. Recapping anime. Okay. But there's like a lot of games and stuff too in here. There's not a specific short you wanted me to pick out, so I don't know. There's some games, some anime stuff. But yeah, you just sent me your channel. Honest opinion about the channel. A little difficult to know. I'm sorry. Can you... It looks legit. It looks fine.
His Earth-style techniques could cover the entire Chunin exam arena, mimicking Kakashi by using a forehead...
This I'm not so happy about, because it just seems like you're using anime and using an AI voice to say some shit over it.
Sakura! Into the battlefield, not reinforcements, not backup.
Same thing here. I'm not so sure where this lies. Your channel looks cool, but then when I get to the content, I feel like I'm not getting anything special. All right, but I'm more than willing to take a look later. I just got a lot of people to get through, and I just made a huge stink about stolen content, and I don't want to do the dig into yours to see if it's like transformative.
A fish
or
burger
not.
takes about 10 minutes, right? So I woke
I'm
up.
not saying that you did either. I just like joined the Discord, and if I can, I'll talk. But like the dudes in the Discord will know for sure, and I mean they'll let me know if it's worth taking a look at or not. I mean I don't do that for everybody, but you didn't give me a specific short to look at, so that's the best I can do. 4 ingredient salmon flakes.
A fish burger takes about 10 minutes, right? So I woke up at 10 a.m.
What do I eat?
Okay, so you've got 2 things that I'm supposed to look at. You've got something 1000% difficulty burger, salmon finally, burger, 1000% difficulty, and then something OT pay. But also, you want me to read the captions? I only have 2 eyes, and they focus on one thing at a time. That's just how humans work. So, only show like one set of text, first of all. Let me take a look at the rest of this real quick.
I don't remember how much this bag of kimchi costs, but it's way more food than you'll get from a restaurant.
Okay. That one was better because it said POV, you're lazy. It is like a hook on its own, but it's like a millisecond there. And so some of these they're not left on long enough to even feel like hooks, but the other one changed it so much, it felt like double subtitles. All right, let's go back to the beginning.
A fish burger takes about 10 minutes, right? So I woke up at 10 a.m.
What do I eat?
And we cooked for approximately 10 hours. And apparently, I'm bad at measuring stuff.
Okay, so you're telling the story, but the feeling is hype, but you're saying that you woke up early and then you cooked for 10 hours, but you're not showing any of that. You're showing like you eating the I want to say footage, then I wanted to say content, the food. You're eating the food. And so there's this like cognitive dissonance going on of I don't understand what's really happening and what you're trying to say or show. So when you're telling a story, show the thing you're talking about. And here you're not doing it, and so it's confusing. I feel like a lot of people just drop off because of confusion. That said, it seems like your content is really good and you have a solid niche. I think there's a lot of potential here, honestly.
What's worse, I can't find my whisk, so I mixed it and fried up the phone.
See, this is fine, right? But also it's too fast for me to understand what the fuck is going on.
In the mixing bowl, a can of condensed milk. If you got too much yeast, just...
Okay, again, which one you want me to look at, right? Because I'm only going to be able to look at one.
Clean it up and put some powder on it. Break out that circular motion, and then you can give her a few slaps, a massage, and take a nap. Until the dough completely deflates, but I don't mind. I'm delirious.
Okay, so now you've got 2 audios, like you have a voiceover and you have somebody else talking. Definitely don't let those overlap either. Honestly, this one's just too chaotic, and once you simplify the things that I talked about, I think you'll be good to go. All right, moving on to that's not a short. Okay, this one.
Fun Police has arrived in Battlefield 6, and honestly, it's very disappointing. As you may or may not know, Battlefield 6 has a mode called Portal, which allows users to basically create any form of custom map or mode that they want. And the YouTuber Fiality basically had the goal of creating a Battlefield 6 Call of Duty Zombies style map. And he actually got pretty far, creating a good recreation of Call of Duty Zombies, even including the wonder weapons. So imagine my surprise when news starts circulating that the code for his Battlefield 6 Zombies game is no longer...
This is one of those where I feel like you're telling a story, and the story does seem like it's going to be short enough to be a good short. I almost wonder if this is one of those where you just have gameplay as you're talking over it. I don't know how well that would work away from long form, but if you look up a channel like Dolan Darkest, where he just has a gameplay and then he talks about something, I feel like that's the vibe I'm getting from this, but it would probably do well as a long form too. It's just the stuff that you're showing on screen has nothing to do with what you're saying besides like, this was my reaction, turtle, right? Like that sort of thing. So, and you're showing like Fiality, stuff like that. If I was organizing the story itself, Fiality, 440 followers. Okay. So yeah, so I wouldn't mention him first then. I was going to say if he's like a popular dude, then like starting with him would be a strong hook. But yeah. Okay, anyway.
Release has arrived in Battlefield 6, and honestly, it's very disappointing. As you may or may not know, Battlefield 6 has a...
Yeah, I guess I don't have much to say, because I'm genuinely not very interested in this topic, but you're not doing anything wrong. Like, there's nothing...
The fun police has arrived in Battlefield 6.
Besides the police has thing, that's the only thing that bugs me. Sorry, my glasses just texted me. One sec. My prescription was delivered. Okay, good. Okay.
6, and honestly, it's very disappointing. As you may or may not know, Battlefield 6 has a mode called Portal, which allows users to basically create...
Yeah, I bet this one did pretty... I mean, this one had to do fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Here, let me see. The Fun Police. 1.5 million views, okay? Don't give me that shit and expect me to help you. Dude, I'm like, what do I do? What do I offer?
Of Call of Duty.
Yeah. It's fine. Yeah, it's not my thing, but like I couldn't find anything to pick out that was wrong about it. So, yeah, I guess it makes sense why, because it did good. Okay, one sec. That person submitted 3 times. Don't submit 3 times, guys. Come on.
Fallout guns make...
Okay, another one. This is odd. It's got like the same vibe. 2 different...
No sense. Fallout guns make no sense. This is the Fallout 1 and 2 10mm, and the more you look at it, the worse it gets. It's a revolver that somehow holds 15 rounds, meaning it has to be magazine fed, which exists in real life, but...
I think, as far as like the audio and everything, it sounds fine. I just have a tough time knowing where you want me to look. The things that you're showing multiple things at the same time, and I'm like, where the fuck am I looking, right? But it's not so far off the eye line has been up this whole time. I'm so sorry, guys. But yeah, it's not so far off the eye line that it bugs me.
But it's more complex, jam-prone, harder to maintain, and offers 0 advantage over a normal pistol. There's also no slide, no ejection port, and the cylinder doesn't...
Man, this is really well done too.
Open, meaning it can't be reloaded, and when Thaddeus fires it with 0 recoil, he still misses every shot despite being a trained Brotherhood squire. Fallout guns make no sense. Fallout guns make no sense.
You know what? The fact that you're actually showing me something on the second they'll loop through, I know where to look, because the reload was so quick the first time. But this time I'm like, what is he doing there?
This is the Fallout 1 and 2 10mm, and the more you look at it, the worse it gets.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, but it's like, it's still not so bad. I assume this one did okay too. Oh, 658K. Yeah, it's okay. Honestly, I think it was just showing a lot too much. Just a little too much. That's all. Just like try to let me look at one thing at a time. That's all I recommend. Okay, moving on. Yeah, 658K. Yeah, that's probably why it didn't do more. Do you have any bigger ones than that? No. 659K. All right. I was curious if you had any like that were a couple million, if you showed less, because then you could at least pick that out. This person didn't send me a short. It sucks. So these look cool.
This man got revenge on his ex in the dirtiest way possible. After they broke up, he secretly bought a car, registered it in her name, and parked it at Chicago O'Hare Airport. Then he left it there.
Did it say Chicago Ober? Was that a... Oh, O'Hare? Not O'Hare? Okay.
Airport. Then he left it there. In an employee-only lot she couldn't access. As months passed, the car kept collecting parking tickets. To make sure it wasn't towed, he'd remove the tickets.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff that you're showing will be covered up. Like, a lot of your focus is down here, and it should be up here. So just keep that in mind. I didn't know which one you wanted me to specifically look at, so I just got to keep going. I think we'll actually get through everybody.
Did you know that some Super Sentai teams can become...
Damn it, Adam. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to help you. Seriously. You are the top of your niche. There's nothing else I can give you.
Past Rangers.
We're just going to watch it because I already know it's good.
Did you know that some Super Sentai teams can become past Rangers? Inspired by Kamen Rider Decade, the first team to use legacy transformations was Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiger. Using Ranger keys and Mobirex, they're able to become past Rangers. And after a while, the next team to do so was Avataro Sentai Dawn Brothers. Using
Okay. If anybody is into Power Rangers, it's Adam YT. It's Adexum YT. That's the channel you want to go for. I have a tough time knowing how to help them because like it's a very specific niche, and all the recommendations that I've given have been like aesthetic and knowing where to put captions and leveling, and that's it, because he's already got everything he needs, and I don't know what else to like pick it apart. So yeah, dude, holy crap. The amount of messages you just put in. No. Now I don't want to because you're being annoying. I don't know where it is. But didn't I just gave you advice, right? I said you need to put your focus in where the eye line goes. Look, if you want me to do something, don't fucking spam shit in my chat. But
World records that Guinness had to stop. Part 1. In 1968, an Irishman named Mike Meany stayed buried for 61 days. After that,
your focus needs to be up here in the eye line.
World records that Guinness had to stop. Part 1. In
your captions don't say the things that you're saying. This says part. There's no one. Also, you need them to pop up as you're saying them. That's like the point of the captions. But put them where the captions go, which is down here, right? This is the caption place. And
1. In 1968, an Irishman named Mike Meany stayed buried for 61 days. After that, people tried copying him without safety setups. Some lasted only a few days. World records that Guinness had to stop. Part 1.
Yeah, so get rid of the world record shit and start with this man.
1968, an Irishman named Mike Meany.
1968 doesn't matter. Mike Meany doesn't matter. This man stayed in a coffin for 68 days is the only thing that matters. Start with that, then continue the story. If you need help with storytelling, join the Discord, discord.gg/John Scott. Everybody else will be able to help you from there. But that's where you'd want to start with something like that. So there's a couple things to help you. For those that want more specific advice, I just dropped the coaching down to like $200. It's normally $1,000, but I just had to push it one more time because I'm gonna leave here in like 25 minutes ish. But basically, I do like an hour and a half for $1,000 and then 45 minutes for $600. That's usually my coaching. But for January, I have to drop it to $200 for 45 minutes. So anybody that's ever wanted coaching, get it now, because February it's going back to normal price. So it's in the description, or you could just go to shorts.expert. That's like the individual coaching. If you're curious what the coaching is, there's a video on my channel. I'll just show you exactly what it is, and you can see why it costs $1,000. It's called, fuck it, here's my $1,000 shorts coaching for free. All right, you can see what I do for that guy. That's what you'll get. But it won't be me preparing days for you because I can't. But yeah, it'll be well worth your 45 minutes for sure. All right, let's move on to the next. That's shorts.expert for those curious.
Remember when a magician...
This one is Kai Cenat's footage. Looks like John... Hold on, what's the channel name? Clip Burst Shorts. Yeah, you don't own that. I'd recommend doing something different. Let's go with the next
Everyone
one.
was confused when the racer slowed.
Loop Cuts. You don't own this. I'd recommend quitting YouTube. Moving on.
Steph will be back Thursday, young fan.
This little fan saved bird.
Hoopstar Studio. This is not your content. Moving on. By the way, if you didn't know, if you use footage that you don't have permission to use, I don't help channels like that. Unless you do commentary or reviews, something like that. Moving on. That's cool. It's just music. I mean, if you all want to check out Bots from Space, feel free. I can't help musicians though, unfortunately. My only recommendation would just be to like make a music video, right?
This is how I wasted 8 hours playing Claire Skewer. I was super excited to play the new
Sorry, I still got that freaking thing.
DLC that came out after beating Goatee.
Loop Cuts was the one begging earlier. Yeah, I know. That's fine, Derek. You can head out. I'm going to head out too here shortly. So.
And while exploring the area, I came across this little train. Everything was going well until I found a cave at the end of the path and inside.
Okay, so this one is overdubbed.
This is how I wasted 8 hours playing Claire Skewer. I was super excited to play the new DLC that came out after beating Goatee. And while exploring the area, I came across this little train. Everything was going well until I found a...
It's tough when things are overdubbed because I don't know the delivery at all. I don't know how the voice sounds naturally. So it sucks. I can't judge perfectly, but I can see if there's other mistakes you're making.
The cave at the end of the path, and inside it was waiting for me, one of the 4 new voices of the game, moving. With a single attack, he destroyed my entire party, but I wasn't gonna let that stop me. I kept attacking.
It's always so weird the way it sounds. But I wasn't gonna let that stop me.
Hacking and attacking until I...
Yeah, I know it's the dubbing. I'm not gonna turn it off because like I don't understand any. Yeah, I won't be able to understand what you're saying.
Finally defeated him. But the fight doesn't end there, because this boss uses a final attack that you absolutely have to parry, or you lose the fight.
I like the Frieza in there. Okay, so I guess my first thing is I have no idea what the fuck I'm seeing. Like, it's chaotic. There's a lot of mess going on, and if you could zoom out a little bit, I know it's horizontal. Whatever you got to do, maybe even like follow the character or something. That's what I'd recommend doing, to try to keep it a little less chaotic, to give people more context. The way that this is done, you're not making me focus in different areas though, so that's good. Like, I think this probably did okay.
It took me hours. Seriously, I have over 8.
You over top with the gaming gives me more context. It makes me feel better about watching it. But with just all the stuff going on, if that is you, I don't know if that's you, but
seriously,
yeah, this makes me feel better about it, honestly, because then I actually know what the hell's going on.
I have over 8 hours of recorded video trying to parry this impossible.
And then, like, when you jump down to something like that, you're going to want to put it dead center. And I know that the right side is cut off, but you got to do what you got to do.
Attack! And then I remembered something.
Because you don't want people to be looking down here, and then you want them to, like, look back up here at the eye line. You don't want them to jump unless you can bring it up there. Little eye line trick for you.
This is a gradient attack. And gradient attacks are not parried with R1, they are parried with R2. It was a whole day wasted.
Okay. Yeah, as far as the storytelling and stuff, I can only assume it's okay. 32,000 views. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's kind of a long story. That might be why it could have done better if it was like a 20-second story. I mean, I feel like people might get a little bored after a while, depending on what the stakes are. But it's a video game, so take that however you like. But, I mean, it seemed okay. Hopefully, I gave you something to work with. There wasn't much I could say. I have a tough time doing other yeah. All right. So anyway, sorry, I got to move on. I'm not going to show the channel, but this person says views are down for a while. It's been like that for a month. I'm monetized, and ever since then, my views are down. I look at their channel. It's a bunch of stolen content. All right. It's finally becoming apparent that the dip from December 17th and on was YouTube testing the AI moderation to kill off channels that don't deserve the views and impressions that they're giving them. And like, it's easy for AI to test these things because Here's my theory. I'll give you my theory. Back in November or October, a bunch of channels started getting caught in the crossfire. You saw a bunch of people complaining, hey, my channel got demonetized or my channel got removed even though I didn't do anything wrong. And some of those channels didn't do anything wrong, like Endermanch, right? But a lot of channels did do something wrong. They took content from other people. They didn't transform it at all. They took content from Marvel movies. They just narrated what happened in the Marvel movie. They didn't like offer commentary or anything. And these things YouTube doesn't want on the platform because it's like it's going to get them in trouble, right? And so it's easy for them to test this. So back then, people were getting caught in the crossfire and YouTube learned a lot about AI moderation. Then come December, they do another big one. December 17th, they do another huge AI moderation update, and it starts taking out channels. It took mine down, but mine is completely original. And so right after, I think a couple weeks, it spiked back up. But the thing is, I hadn't been posting on my channel at all. But it still spiked back up, and I got like 10 to 15 million views or something like that. And so, yeah, I think after December 17th, it really honed in on a lot of channels that were just taking footage from other people and then putting AI voices over it. And yeah, every time there's a dip in everybody's shorts, I really feel like that is just another AI moderation test. And they're going to keep doing it until they finally weed out or de-incentivize the content creators that they don't want a part of the shorts feed. The reason that they're doing this is because they realize how important the shorts feed is to the platform. Because it's fucking addicting. It's a drug like no other. And I know this because I get caught in it and I don't like the shorts feed. I mean, it's my bread and butter. I'm good at doing shorts. But like, I feel that there's so much more substance in long form, and my only goal is to add substance to the shorts feed through helping creators create original content. Create being the key word there. And so YouTube knows how important it is, and that's why you'll see shorts feeds everywhere. If you're watching a long form video, you'll see a shorts feed to the right where the long form suggestions are. If you scroll down those suggestions, those videos, you'll see another shorts feed. There's just a bunch of them, a bunch of little short shelves everywhere where they're just trying to get you in. And once you're in, it's damn near impossible to break away unless something interrupts you. And so in the mornings, I refuse to open up YouTube because they'll put the shorts feed back. No matter how many times I say show fewer shorts, it'll always be back the next day, no matter what. And so I try to avoid YouTube because if I click on one, because they're bound to show me something that I find interesting, maybe it's Adam Savage building something or whatever, but I'm bound to see one and I get in and then I waste my entire fucking day looking at shorts. And then by the time I'm done, I forgot what I watched. And so, yeah, I think it does help YouTube, though. It does keep people on the platform. It does keep people being advertised to. And so, yeah, they're just trying to at least improve the experience enough to where they won't get their asses sued. And so that's what I think is happening with the AI moderation tests. Then you'll get a bunch of creators saying, I didn't do anything wrong. And they'll be on Twitter bitching about it. They'll hop into my Discord trying to argue with me over what is and isn't transformative. Meanwhile, their shit gets taken down and they're like, well, it was transformative. You said it was transformative. We can argue about what's transformative all day. It doesn't matter. YouTube took your shit down, right? If it's not completely original, you run the risk. If you're using somebody else's content, you run the risk. And so I'm just trying to get people to avoid doing that. I want to build creators with longevity. I want them to have a brand. I want them to make money in the long run, not try to find the shortest cut to money right now. And that's what every shorts guru right now does. They're like, here are the top 5 niches here are the top 5 niches that are printing money. How many of those fucking videos do you see? And then you go and they're like, you can take Kai Cenat's content and you can put this music over it. And like, dude, come on. That's Kai's content. Just, if he didn't tell you to use his content, don't use his content. Like, it's just that simple. Anyway, that is my little rant. And it's 6:30. I'm out. See you guys. I'll be back tomorrow, all right? Until next time, Florida.